Today's horoscope, Sagittarius March 6, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. You benefit from a Mercury-Pluto harmonious transit today, and you're willing to put in extra effort where it's due. You might gain an advantage on the level of the mind, primarily as you now see what has been in your way. This vision helps you in many ways. Pluto is wise, observant, and strategic, and with its connection to Mercury today, it encourages you to sort things out and arrive at valuable insights. You're well positioned to get your message across and win a receptive audience if you desire. Communication and learning endeavors are successful right now. Conversations and discussions are meatier, more intriguing, and more profound than usual. Your mind and spirit will be electric today. In fact, you revel in it. Today, as mental Mercury sings within the early degrees of your solar house of romance, he will link in a sextile to powerhouse Pluto now orbiting in the early degrees of your solar house of communication. If you'd like to ask a favor or even assertively make a demand off a friend, acquaintance, or ex, now is the moment to strike. Your words and thoughts will be well received so much so that you may chuckle as they obey your commands. Something you think of could change the way you see an ongoing project. New information will come to light as Mercury in Aries sextiles Pluto in Aquarius. Whatever you discover could entirely alter your plans and process. For example, you may realize that you cannot conduct business in a particular fashion, so you may need to pivot altogether. Although it can be initially disempowering to change so much of your process, you could come up with something way better than whatever you had before. Let your innovation lead the way when it is time to make necessary changes. The alignment of the planets today makes you feel more confident and at the same time, perhaps a little bit high-strung. Emotions are fluctuating and hard to put into compartments. You tend to want to give a name to things and be able to organize like with like. You may feel frustrated, therefore, if you feel more emotional in areas where you are accustomed to feeling organized. The aspect at play tends to bring out the irrational. Use exercise to help feel more in control. The time to worry or stress about anything is not now. There will be plenty of time for serious concerns in business. Today, the nature of this is to have some fun. Whether this means taking in a movie with a close friend, or getting out and actively playing a sport, go for it. Leave your worries behind for just a day, and you will find that you have more energy to handle those important issues tomorrow. Having the moon in your work sector in the heart of the working week, but its alignment with Uranus here in friendly aspect to the south node in your career sector is doing more than just making this an especially good day on both fronts. The moon did the same thing 4 weeks ago, but this time, Uranus is no longer in retrograde motion and the south node is already lining up for next month's eclipsing full moon. The moon's return each month can always sharpen your instincts and act as a trigger, but this time with things locked, loaded, and ready to go. Ahead of the moon's return to your relationship sector tomorrow, there is time to keep the focus more on matters of the heart. With Venus, the planet of love in her early days in retrograde motion in your romantic sector and Mercury having just returned 2 days ago, even when the moon shifts the focus onto your relationships, the spirit of romance is now taking on a life of its own. Daily Planetary Overview. Intense feelings will emerge in conversations today as Mercury in Aries forms a sextile with Pluto in Aquarius. This aspect amplifies thoughts, sharpens communication, and creates an atmosphere where words carry more weight than usual. You might feel an urgent need to express your opinions, share your insights, or pitch your ideas with a sense of conviction that borders on intensity. While your passion is admirable, be mindful of how your words land. It's easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment, but ensuring your message is received with clarity and openness will lead to more constructive discussions. If you've been working on a project, this is an ideal moment to showcase your talents. Your confidence and enthusiasm make a lasting impression, and others are more likely to recognize and appreciate your efforts. If you've been waiting for the right time to step into the spotlight, this may be your moment. However, with increased attention comes scrutiny. Be prepared for constructive criticism and use it as an opportunity to refine your skills. Growth often comes from challenges, and this energy encourages you to embrace feedback rather than resist it. Instead of taking criticism personally, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to improve and become stronger? When it comes to decision making, trust yourself. You are mentally sharp and capable of tackling complex issues that you may have previously avoided. If there's something you've been putting off, perhaps a difficult conversation, a major life decision, or a shift in direction, this is the time to face it with confidence. Take a thoughtful approach, weigh your options carefully, and once you've made up your mind, stand by your decision. Have you ever wavered between choices only to realize that your first instinct was the right one all along? That inner knowing is powerful now, so listen to it and move forward with determination. Your ambitious nature is heightened, and you may feel an unstoppable drive to push forward. While this energy is incredibly motivating, be mindful of balance. Overworking yourself or neglecting your well-being in pursuit of success can lead to burnout. Have you ever been so focused on achieving something that you forgot to rest, only to realize later that slowing down would have helped you reach your goal more effectively? Now is a time to pace yourself. Take breaks, recharge when needed, and recognize that sustainable progress is more valuable than short-lived victories. If feelings of frustration or restlessness arise, finding a healthy outlet is crucial. Engaging in physical activity, practicing mindfulness, or exploring creative pursuits can help channel your energy in a positive way. Yoga, meditation, or even a simple walk in nature can restore your sense of balance and clarity. Have you ever noticed how a change in environment or a moment of stillness can bring fresh perspective? Give yourself permission to step away from intense situations when necessary, and trust that clarity will come when your mind is at ease. Financially, this is a time to be cautious. While ambition may drive you to take risks, impulsive decisions could lead to setbacks. If you're considering an investment or major purchase, take the time to thoroughly evaluate your options. Have you ever made a financial decision in the heat of the moment and later realized you should have waited? Patience is key now, and a well-thought-out plan will serve you far better than rushing into something prematurely. Trust that the right opportunities will come when the timing aligns with your best interests. Above all, this is a day for deep self-reflection, personal growth, and meaningful connections. The energy of Mercury and Pluto encourages transformation, inviting you to step into your power and embrace the changes that are unfolding. What conversations are shaping your perspective? What insights are surfacing that you can no longer ignore? Take this opportunity to engage with your thoughts and emotions fully, trusting that every experience is leading you toward a greater sense of purpose and understanding. Keep your mind open, your heart grounded, and your spirit resilient, and you will navigate this energy with strength and wisdom.